Say go, Transformers fans! Our friends over at Hasbro recently set up at MegaCon 2025 in sunny Orlando, Florida, and dazzled us with even more incredible Transformer reveals, including our latest and arguably most exciting Haslab, at least if you ask me. Starting off, we're going to go ahead and follow mainline first. Here's the actual toy reveals. We've got a couple of really awesome Voyager classes, and I mean really awesome. Both are really great. First off, we've got Heatwave from Rescue Bots. He was recently revealed. We knew he was coming soon, but now we finally get to physically see Heatwave and see how good he really looks. And much like Chase was in Legacy, he looks incredible. Fully articulated, looks like he came right out of the screen of Rescue Bots. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch Rescue Bots. It's a really awesome series. Seriously, it's a lot better than you might think. Rescue Bots Academy, well, I wish it was more consistent to the first series. And then there's Heatwave's wavemate, the handsomest shark in town, Skybite. Oh my gosh. When they first teased us that they were going to do an updated Skybite, I was sitting there hoping that it was going to be a true update to the RID design. And oh boy, the designers of Hasbro not let me down with this one. He looks so incredible. This is the update to the RID 2001 Skybite that I have been waiting for, and I can only hope that I'll be able to put my Haslab Optimus Prime Super Mode bits on my Skybite when I get that in hand. Not only does he have the proper claw hand, which the Thrilling 30s did get right, he also has his actual missile launcher, which he did actually have in the show, and he can use it in both robot mode and beast mode respectively. And the other thing that excites me is it looks like his shark mode might actually have some decent articulation this time as well. Both of those figures should be available for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse and just about anywhere else you like to pre-order your Transformers action figures. Hasbro's been delving into comics a lot over the past few years, primarily with IDW, a little bit with the Marvel vintage comic, but now they're getting into some more IDW, specifically Hearts of Steel, from that cool little era where they did a story set in the kind of Industrial Revolution portion of American history. We're going to get a couple of 2-packs. Both are Pulse exclusive, like the Marvel comic book pack releases. And first, we're going to get Optimus Prime and Starscream in a 2-pack. Optimus Prime is going to be a locomotive engine, and Starscream is going to be that really awesome biplane. Then we're getting a 2-pack with Bumblebee, based off of his locomotive engine design from the comic, and Megatron, based off of concept art for an appearance of Megatron in that comic, because if I recall correctly, he never did make an appearance in that comic because Hearts of Steel is technically part of the overarching IDW universe that started around 2005, 2006 and ended around 2019. I know you're like, how did that happen? Well, in that story, technically that wasn't actually Optimus Prime, and technically that wasn't actually Bumblebee, but we don't need to get into that right now. We also got some awesome pipeline reveals, starting off with some more Wreck and Doom 2-packs. We're going to get a new G1 Sandstorm, which I assume, based off of the art they chose, is going to be just an updated re-release of the Legacy Sandstorm, but with the cartoon accurate face sculpt, and that's honestly, I think all they really need to change with that figure, and probably all they're going to change with that figure. Maybe some of the paint apps, but I kind of doubt it. And then he's going to come with G1 Slugslinger. Now, hopefully this Slugslinger is truly G1 and not a Headmaster or Titan Master like he was in the Titans Return line. Not that that figure wasn't cool, it's just for the G1 universe, he wasn't a Headmaster. He was a Target Master exclusively. And we're going to get another 2-pack for Wreck and Doom featuring Iron Fist for the first time ever in his G1 inspired look in retail, although the Fall of Cybertron figure being the first official retail release of Iron Fist, at least that I can think of. And then Iron Fist is also going to be coming packed with Carnavac, who is primarily seen partnered with the other fellow Pretender Beast, Snarler, who is a big, awesome Warthog. So hopefully we can get that Warthog sometime soon to go with this big, awesome Wolf Boy. And I wonder how he's going to turn out, since Hasbro hasn't really been doing Pretender shells. What mold are they going to turn into Carnivac? Are they going to revive an old Beast Wars figure, or are they going to adapt a more recent mold? I feel like the argument could be made for the most recent Thundertron release, as with some slight retooling, you could get a pretty cool and interesting looking wolf mode out of that. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, but we'll know what the figure actually looks like when Hasbro reveals it later this year. Hasbro also pipelined some more Cybertron universe characters. Excellion, which is the Hot Rod inspired repaint of Cybertron Hotshot, which isn't really all that surprising. It's one I kind of expected after Hotshot got announced because, well, it's a simple repaint, and those two figures were released in the original Cybertron toy line, but also from Cybertron, and arguably a little bit more exciting depending on where you are in the fandom, is Sideways. Sideways is a big and awesome, mischievous character, often an agent of Unicron, depending on the universe he's in, and partnered with Soundwave from Planet X in the Cybertron universe to stop both the Decepticons and the Autobots and capture the power of the Cyber Planet keys for their own ends. And perhaps what's most exciting for me out of the pipeline reveals had to be from Transformers Devastation. If you haven't seen my last reaction video to Hasbro's last fan stream for Transformers, where they were showing off the new Devastation Optimus Prime, I was talking about how this leaves us open for more figures and characters from Devastation, such as the Ground Soldier, which recently got pipelined, specifically the blue one from Transformers Devastation, and the Decepticon Air Trooper, specifically the black Conehead Seeker that we saw in Transformers Devastation as well. And hopefully this means that, of course, the subsequent repaints that are associated with them will be coming in the near future as well, but I'm very happy to see that Hasbro is taking Devastation seriously and doing the most unique characters that appeared in it, the Decepticon soldiers. And last and not least for the pipeline reveals, we've got some Studio Series 86 reveals. Perceptor is getting a reissue in Studio Series 86 in the current Studio Series packaging, and we're going to see a core class release of Ratbat and Ramhorn based off of their appearance in the 1986 movie, and hopefully this means we'll see Ratbat with an all-new mold, and hopefully with his back weapons too, because it always bugged me that the Siege figure was missing those. It's finally time to talk about our latest Haslab, and you gotta know this is one I've been wanting for a minute, especially after we got Death Saurus, although I feel it's a little strange that they went Victory, Victory, RID 2001, Victory again, but it's very nice to see that we're actually getting a proper Lio Kaiser and Breast Force in a modern set of figures, and if we unlock Tier 1, which I'm pretty sure we will get Death Cobra for the first time ever. Okay, so first of all, we're getting another set from Transformers Victory, like I mentioned earlier. And this set is the Breast Force under Death Saurus, who is the leader of the Breast Force, and he also has two Breast Force animals himself. He has Lion Chest and Eagle Chest, and then of course there's his subordinates, who are the main forces of the Breast Force, who make up Lio Kaiser, and that is led by Lio Zek, who also, believe it or not, has a sister who has appeared in both the Japanese original manga and a Transformers Collectors Club comic book in the Timelines comics. But more on that if we actually get a Lyzak at some point in the future, which, you know, why not? Why not? So you've got Leozak, the leader, once again under Death Saurus, whose Breast Force animal is Leo Breast because Lion Chest was already taken by Death Saurus's Breast Forced animal that you see on the front with the awesome crest. And then there's Skyhawk and Hellbat, there's Drillhorn and Kill Bison, and Jagura, who all form to make Lio Kaiser. Now, three of them are fighter jets, one's a drill tank, one's an anti-air tank, and one is an anti-air missile launching all-terrain vehicle, which looks very, very cool. And then the seventh member, Death Cobra in Tier 1, who was meant to replace Hellbat in the animation when the Decepticons were getting kind of tired of his mistakes and antics, will also be able to combine in place of Hellbat, which we didn't get to see in the animated series. Now, I also can't help but feel like Hasbro's not quite marketing this the right way. It's a team of 12. Because the Breast Force animals are also functioning Cybertronians as well, they're just another kind of mini-con. And 14 when Death Cobra gets unlocked, respectively. Now, we've gone over the team that makes up Lio Kaiser. What about this campaign actually? Well, this campaign is going to take about 10,000 backers at $300 USD to get backed by March 24th, midnight 2025, which I believe is fully within the realm of possibilities, especially with the success of Starsaber and Deathsaurus. I mean, who doesn't want this guy to go along with him? I know I certainly do. I super cannot wait to get him. Now, at 13,000 backers, that's where Death Cobra gets unlocked. Lio Kaiser's electromagnetic nunchucks unlock at 16,000, and then the stand or base unlocks at 18,000, which is typically usually where the base or stand is. Luckily, they try to keep those at tier 3, and I love that we're getting the bonus character at tier 1. I feel like Hasbro is really doing this one right, and I can't wait to see the full color prototype when they show it off for the first time. To back yours, make sure you go to your Hasbro Pulse app, or if you don't have the Hasbro Pulse app available to you, you go to HasbroPulse.com and back your Lio Kaiser today. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today's Cool Toy Review, where we went over Hasbro's panel reveals of MegaCon 2025 in sunny Orlando, Florida. And if you haven't been, it's a really awesome event. It's the biggest Comic-Con in Florida, and you might as well go to Disney and Universal while you're there too. Stay tuned for more Transformer announcement breakdown videos like this one right here. Like and subscribe. Check the main website, CoolToyReview.com, for toy news, reviews, and more. Follow us anywhere on social media where you can find CoolToyReview.com, and you can follow me at Triptychonus for more Transformers fan content, Star Wars fan content, and Roger content on TikTok and Instagram. And we'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Transform and roll out.